I mean, we might be toast. I'll see. In a moment here. We'll see. So he's got 6 mana. That means he could play 2 spells a turn now. I just think we're not going to cast this Thoughtseize this game. Lightning Bolt. Okay. Okay, he's redirecting to Tezzerator. Okay. That's a good sign. If he's not going after us. I mean, this Tezzerator then is... Ooh, Lightning Strike. Interesting. This is rather budget burn. So he's going after my Agent of Bullets. Yeah, me too. I think it adds... It's a nice touch. Another Crane. So let's Crane, looking for sword. Give me a sword. Bridge. That's relevant against things like Hellspark. Not that, I mean, I'm not at bridge status yet, but I think I'm supposed to take that. Because if we leave our hand as just Thoughtseize Damnation, power 3 creatures like Hellspark can't attack, while my Cranes can. So we'll attack him with the Crane. We should have been, I think. Well, no. If we had ever attacked Earth that Hellspark Elemental, so I don't regret the decision. He'll probably unearth the Hellspark next turn, regardless of him drawing anything. Probably just because we just revealed a bridge. We did just reveal that. So if I was him, I would attack in, even if it means I'm going to trade the Crane with the Hellspark. All right, he's had enough. Okay, Chalices. Welding Jar. Negates. Spell Sky. I guess we got a lot of things we can bring in. Droplet. Not a fan of Thoughtseize or Capsule in this matchup. 5 cuts. Damnation, no. 3 cuts. I think Seeker can come out, and then Bridge isn't like amazing against. Does something, so I think 1 is fine. Let's see how this looks. I think Agent of Bolus is just so much. I mean, don't get me wrong, Seeker could go grab us a Trinisphere or the missing piece to Thopter Sword, but I think I want to go like this. Vio, I really like Trinisphere. 1 mana, you can be out from under your own sphere. Ooh, I think we keep this. I really don't care that Chalice turns off, what, 3 cards in our deck right now? It turns off 3 Inquisition of Kozilek. I don't care about that. I would definitely play Chalice on 1. Spark Elemental. Remember, this is our game to lose, right? We did take game 1, but this game, my opponent's on the play. He is burn. Doesn't matter that he's budget burn. Burn is burn, you know. Means we have a slightly better chance, but it's not great. Let's see if we can do this. So let's try to stick this chalice. He's gonna bolt. Now I could have figured that was his play. Now after we play out some of these pieces, you know, after a certain point, is there a reason to... Oh wow, he kept a one-lander. That is great news for us. Like, that means... let's go tarp it. That means that eventually putting Chalice on 2 might be lights out. But I think what I'm going to do first is Crane. We've yet to see the Kingpin. I will take it. Well, there's a Kingpin. There you go. What's up, Goblin? Prophet I am. Blue Gearhulk jump due to the PT. What's it at now? Okay, so I could go Dimir Signet into Thopter Foundry or Dimir Signet into Hold Up Negate. Seems pretty good. Durza says that was a no-brainer. Yeah, it doesn't mean I made all that much, man. If anything. Get in there, Crane. You could do it. On 2 is if I do find sword, we can always return sword from the graveyard by sacrificing, like, the Signet. Rift Bolt. Curses. This does indeed get around my Chalice. Very clever. Oh! Oh, jeez. I think this lights out, guys. He's on 1 land. The old 1 land Trinisphere board state. In fact, I shouldn't even bother holding up the negate, because of... I should probably just play out the Foundry. You know, this card should see a little more play in Modern. I think it's fine. We might as well just play the Thopter Foundry. He's not casting anything next turn. Durza says, if you're going to do that, you should Foundry first. Yeah, the correct sequencing was Foundry first. That's true. Because then I'd have an open mana to activate Foundry. I don't know what I would even activate it on, though. I guess the Signet. This is going to stay suspended because you can't pay for it. It's going to stay exiled, excuse me. You know. We probably just play Chalice on 2 after that. I shouldn't need this negate. So we're going to put Chalice on 2. That's probably it. We'll probably just beat him down with Crane and Tar Pit. He's kind of in trouble. Alright, he's had enough. Well, that went pretty well. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was on budget burn, but as far as playing any sort of burn, that went really well. The only variants of burn I see these days is by and large Naya burn. Outside of that, you might see the burn that splashes black for Bump and Taziger. And then even then, they're still going to be running green for Revelry in the sideboard. Obviously, main deck Atarka's Command. Other than that, occasionally a white splashing burn comes around for Boros Charm and Lightning Helix. I see that. And then they get to run like Path in the sideboard. A couple other white cards sometimes. Like Stony. Speaking of Stony, how much of our deck doesn't work if we get Stonied? Well, Darksteel won't work. Mox won't work. Lighthouse, Capsule, Spellbomb stop working. Talismans don't work. Thopter Sword shuts off. The only stuff that really still kind of works is going to be our late game stuff. They don't typically run Reckoner that I'm familiar with. I haven't seen that happen. We're in the queue, guys. And don't forget, after this, we're going to finish up a Modern League I had with, we were 2-1 with Jeskai Gearhulk. So we'll play this game after. If you're not a huge fan of Tezzerator, this probably strikes your fancy. Ooh, Blue Helix. Black Mana Leak. What is going on, Moto? We need more Gearhulk. Am I running Repeal? No, not really. I decided that this deck was going to be very light on any sort of counter magic because it kind of plays just like a blue-black tap-out control, really. It's pretty much how this deck plays out. The Tezzerator deck. This isn't great, but it plays. I wish it had turn 1 Inquisition instead of... I'll keep it though, we're on the draw. This guy's name is Dead Inside. Alright, good looking, have fun. So he's playing Infect. Uh-oh. Oh no, he's playing Affinity. Well, that's also rough for us. Dig into that hand. There's so many 2-drops in Affinity that are very powerful. I think it's worth, even if it means I'm missing my 2-drop next turn. Let's take a look. Crane lines up well against Pest, though. Alright, double Steel Overseer and an Etched Champion. It's rough. Pretty sure we're boned. Uh-oh. These are all bad news for us. I guess I'll take Champion. There isn't much reason to take Drum. Because eventually he'll draw another mana source for the Champion. There's reason to take one of the 2 Overseers because that'll just go nutty.